it, I'm the greatest, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. Won't you come and meet your maker, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. All I need is your praises, amen. I'm swimming. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What it do? What it do? Infinite love, eternal truth, peace, faith to you. I come to you in the name of the Creator through the precious elements of fire, earth, air, water, and ether. I am Chakra Doctor, and here's another little tidbit for you. Name, brand, frequency, emission. It's simple. It's about to put it straight to the point. A lot of us don't realize that the simple things are all we need, are all that is needed to influence big things in our reality. You might not know it, or you might not think it, but the little apple on your iPhone, the Apple symbol on your iPhone, it emits a frequency, whether you know it or not. The plug outlet in your wall, it emits a frequency, whether you know it or not. Everything that has a shape, color, size, sound, vibration, function, operation, or any kind of existence, this existence that this thing, being or not, has an emission. An emission, remember, E stands for energy. Take the E off of emission, you got mission. So an emission is the energy on a mission. And so these things, people, places, can simply be categorized in a certain context called brand. People don't know that branding is not just when you're maiming a cow or when you're wearing your clothes, but this begins, the emission, the name branding begins as soon as you're born. When your mom named you Joseph, or your dad named you Mindy. The brand began as soon as the ink landed on the paper. So before you ever wanted a Nike brand, you wanted a you brand. You wanted a me brand. You wanted an I brand. And all of these functions, the J, the O, the S, the E, the P, the H, the M, the I, the N, the D, the Y, all each shape is energy on a mission. And so now, that which you are branded with becomes your name, or part of your name. And we know that a nam energy, because take the E off of ink, take the energy off of name, and you got nam. The nam energy is the E in the back of it. Remember, the emission was the energy on a mission, and now the nam is the what? Is the energy at attention. The energy at fruition. So the E mission is the energy on a mission. The nam, or the name, is the energy accomplished the mission. It's fruition now. It's no longer emitting. It is branded. So this is called name, brand, frequency, emission. Because little do we know that as soon as we had our name on a birth certificate, wanted to or not. So you need to go look up what your name means and look up what emissions that just having that certain name will attract. And one easy way to look up your name, look in the environment. Do you see parts of your name anywhere? Like if your name is Joseph, when you ride around town, do you see a place called, do you see something called jogging outfits? Well, it could be because the first two letters in your name is Joe. So remember that the J emits a frequency, the O emits a frequency. So before you ever get to the stuff, we got to understand that each emission represents something. So you need to go dissect your name. The M and the I. Do you know what the me is emitting? Before the N, the D, and the Y could ever exist, there had to be the my. So, analyze that once it starts on the birth certificate, it moves and it morphs and it shapes your personality, whether you know it or not, just because of the energy that it's emitted. And you have now branded. So it grows. What's the next stage grow? Nickname. Because a lot of us are branded with names that we didn't like or didn't see suitable and didn't dissect or didn't even know what they mean. And so therefore we picked a nickname like Cherry. Nickname like Precious. Nickname like Killer. Nickname like Bruno. Nickname. And so now we've added on to our branding, or we've added on to our brand with the nickname energy, right? And this adds on to the emission, adds on to the frequency of the character or person you like to call that name, nickname, or brand. So, whatever that person did, felt, think, and carried within that frequency also gets emitted out into the universe, and other people who are emitting on that same frequency resonate with that brand. So now it grew from a nickname and it grew into a job title. Nurse such and such, doctor such and such and such, lawyer such and such, laborer such and such, garbage man such, psychic such and such, prophet such and such, whatever. You added on another company or corporation to your brand. And so the brand grows either so you go two ways with the career brand. You either grow into your own career, but a lot of us in this system, we go into the left side, and the left side is we become a slave first before we realize that we can become our own branded entity. So these branded entities, so now fast forward, all of these names floating around, now you understand why marketing is so grasping. All of these things floating around, now you know why magic is so potent, because when we use these names, we brand. These brands emit a frequency. This energy is now on a mission, and it will accomplish that mission because the universal law says like must attract like. And when like attracts like, guess what? So now guess what? So if I was to take my shirt, this shirt right here, and put a certain energy into it and call it a brand and know what that brand means and know what that name means and know what that energy means and then give it to you and you go around and wear it, you will undoubtedly get the residue or residual frequency from that brand emission. Gucci, Prada. So while you're wearing your name brands, what are your name branders doing to infuse the power into the brand name? Because if you're wearing Gucci, I'm sorry, last time I checked, they was highly negative. Last time you wore any physical brand in this society, last time I checked, they were Satanists or pedophiles or child molesters or rapers or killmongers or incestuous or pestilence, go check the brands if you don't believe me. So it's best you better start making your own brand or start getting aligned with a brand that you know didn't have to sacrifice nobody or kill nobody or hurt nobody to get their brand name. Like me, just go to chakra.org and get my Love Gang t-shirt. See, Love Gang. I started a group, started a membership, started a gang. It's called Love Gang. And literally, all you got to do is join the Love Gang. That is a hell of a name brand emission. All you got to do is go to chakradoctor.org. Go to chakradoctor.org and go to my product list. And it has my t-shirt, Love Gang. You can cop that there. And just go to chakradoctor.org and activate your chakras for free with my free follow along tutorial. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Chakra Doctor TV. Please follow me on Instagram. Just look up Chakra Doctor. Please follow me on Facebook. My real name in life is Rance Dunbar, R-A-N-C-E, like France, but take the F off it, like insurance, assurance, endurance, remembrance. I know it's in my name. I know it's in my noms, energy. So, therefore, the frequency that I am emitting will always be a frequency of positivity that overrules my negativity. Not saying that I don't have no negative. No, you need negative as your grounding. Remember, negative and positive, you know the laws of dynamics of the duality. You need negative as your grounding. But after you get grounded, you're supposed to grow up out of the negative and go into a positron or a positive state. And this positive state will emit another frequency that supersedes the lower negative frequency. And now your funnel or your tunnel, your vision begins. Your rabbit hole begins. So remember the brands you're putting on. So all these major name brands, from Crisco to, every major name brand is wicked. They don't got none of your best interests at heart. And even I'm guilty of wearing them. From Nike, I got a pair of Nikes right now. I'm trying to separate from, I'm waiting for the first black person to make the most fly pair of shoes I've ever seen. Or the first Mexican person, or the first white person, or whoever person to make the flyest pair of shoes I've ever seen who is not plugged in and come from some type of industry standard, period. But until then, I just guess I gotta deal with Nike. Nah, I'm gonna make my own shoes. That's what I think. What you think? Somebody come teach me how to make some shoes. I wanna learn how to make shoes now. I think about to go into the shoemaking business. I think I might about to go into the jean making business, or the shirt making business. Some kind of making business where I'm making a lot of stuff on my own because I'm realizing that every single brand on me right now is a branded. Damn. Well, at least I got this on. See, Infinity brand, Aries brand. I got my mom name branded on me. See, I got my angel name branded on me. You heard me? See, I got money branded on me, power and seduction branded on me. Oh, eternal prophet, that's branded on me. I got the wolf. See, ain't no name, it's a wolf, my totem animal, branded on me. So, in the end, when it's all said and done, what you walking around with for your brand. So, I'm about to cut the camera off. I love y'all. Bye.
This bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. Won't you come and meet your maker, bitch, I'm God, oh bitch, I'm God. All I need is your praises, amen.